I hope you will enjoy your time here with us.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Rashid, toko Ingwa, ko Asiri, toko Fanu, ko Al-Gimzi, toko Iwi, ko UAE, ahoy. Nō reira tēnā koutou, tātou katoa. Kia ora. Honourable Todd Macleay, New Zealand Minister of Trade, Agriculture, Forestry, Hunting and Fisheries, here with us tonight. You are most welcome and congratulations. I don't see him. Yes. Okay. And His Excellency Taha Mackerson, Deputy Secretary, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Australia Group. In fact, I don't see him. I think I'm sure. Noma Harimai. Welcome. Excellencies, Ambassadors, High Commissioner, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin my official remarks, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge some individuals who are here with us this evening. Member of the Parliament, Andy Foster. Can I see you? Can I have your hand? Yes, in the back. Thanks for being here with us this evening. And the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps in New Zealand, His Excellency Mr. Ahmed Salim Al-Wahib, the Ambassador of the State of Kuwait. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaba. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we are here to celebrate the 52nd National Day of the United Arab Emirates. This day is an opportunity to commemorate the founding of our nation, to reflect on our progress and achievements, as well to look forward to the future. To look forward to the future with a clever vision and with optimism. On December the 2nd, the late fathers of the 7 Emirates, Shuyukh al-Masusin, came together to form the UAE, making the beginning of a new era of our nation. Since then, the UAE has transformed from a humble desert nation into a global player in trade, finance, and tourism. We have built excellent world-class infrastructures, a thriving economy, and a diversified, tolerant society. The UAE National Day celebration this year marked by significant opportunities and changes as the country launched new initiatives to diversify its economy and promote sustainable development. The UAE's President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, has declared 2023 as the year of sustainability, with the theme, Today for Tomorrow. In addition, UAE is hosting the 28th session of the Conference of the Parties, COP28, will take place in Dubai from 30 November to 12 December 2023. It's in fact just around the corner. It's starting this coming Thursday. Wow, time flies, as they say. The conference brings together world leaders, experts in the effort of mitigate and risk facing our planet. We are also expanding our role in global affairs and are working to build bridges between different cultures and civilizations. The UAE is committed to supporting mediation efforts, elevate diplomatic solution for conflict and preempt challenges. It aims to achieve the objective of the Security Council in safeguarding international peace and security. Ladies and gentlemen, I am confident that UAE will continue to thrive in the years to come. We have a strong foundation and we are building upon it every day. I'm also confident that the UAE-New Zealand relations will continue to grow from strength to strength. We have a strong people-to-people and economic relationship and we are working together to expanding our trade and investment ties by holding exploratory talks on the Comprehensive Economic Partner Agreement, or CEPA for short. A CEPA would further deepen ties between our two nations and create new opportunities for people on both sides. The CEPA talks are partly a result of fruitful effort by Her Excellency the Minister of State for International Cooperation, Reem Al-Hashimi, during her visit to New Zealand in May. In September this year, New Zealand, then the Minister for Trade and Export Growth, Dominic Corner, he made a successful official visit to UAE. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, on this special day, I would like to thank the government of New Zealand for its friendship and support for making my mahi easier. I would like also to thank Kiwis for their warm welcome and Manaki for my whanaua and me. And I wish the people of Aotearoa, New Zealand and all the UAE and UAE the best. May our two nations continues to prosper and flourish, bounding by shared values of respect, cooperation, and deep appreciation for the beauty of the world. Once again, thank you for joining us this evening in celebrating this Mountainous Day. It is always a pleasure to come together and hold, and I hope you will be able to join us next year. Before I finish, let me say thank you to our Defense Attaché, Staff Colonel Mohammed Al-Matroushi, as well our Education and Technology Science Attaché, Her Excellency Rob Al-Mansouri, who came all the way from Canberra to commemorate and celebrate with us this remarkable occasion. Shukran. Now, I would like to propose a toast to His Majesty King Charles III and the people of Aotearoa, New Zealand. And please enjoy the rest of the evening. Happy 52nd National Day. Namainio, Numahai, Harimai, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Inga mana, inga reo, inga iwi, inga hau e whā, ngā mihi ki a koutou katoa. Good evening, assalamu alaikum. Ambassador Rashid Al-Kimzi, Your Excellency, thank you very much for the invitation to join you, your fellow citizens, and friends of the United Arab Emirates to mark this special day. It is a privilege to be with you to celebrate the 52nd National Day of the United Arab Emirates. The last year has seen the already strong and warm relationship between New Zealand and the UAE flourish. Our Ministers of Defence and, as you mentioned, Ambassador, Trade and Export Growth have both visited the United Arab Emirates this year, further reinforcing our broad bilateral ties. And the UAE Minister of State for International Cooperation, Her Excellency Reem Al-Hashimi, visited New Zealand in May. Her Excellency's visit was the first to New Zealand by a UAE minister since the COVID-19 pandemic, and paved the way, as Your Excellency mentioned in your comments, for the September announcement of exploratory discussions on a possible bilateral comprehensive economic partnership agreement. These high-level political visits are a key pillar in our relationship. They speak also to the significant opportunities that both of our countries see for further growth. We have much in common as small but agile trading nations, and we share a commitment to further deepening our ties, whether in the trade and economic, political, security, or people-to-people spheres. We are fortunate to be helped in these aspirations by strong air links, and I would like to acknowledge the key contribution that flag carrier Emirates plays, both in connecting our two countries and helping to connect New Zealand with the Middle East region and beyond into Africa and Europe. In the broader regional context, I want to acknowledge that we do come together during an immensely difficult time for the Middle East as the conflict between Hamas and Israel continues. In recent weeks, we have seen the region and its people impacted by acts of horrendous terror, war, and the unbearable suffering of civilians in conflict, as well as a harrowing humanitarian cost, which is deeply worrying to all of us. I want to recognise that the United Arab Emirates and other partners in the region will play an important role in helping to bring the conflict to an end. We hope that this is another area where we can work together in coming weeks towards a shared objective of an end to the violence and a lasting peace in the Middle East. As you have commented, Your Excellency, your National Day this year comes very shortly before the UAE will host and preside over the 28th United Nations Climate Change Conference of the Parties, COP28 in Dubai. I know, Excellency, that you have been waiting today's news of our new government as diligently as many New Zealanders so that you might get a clearer sense of the makeup of our delegation to COP28. We wish you and COP President Sultan Ahmed Al Jaber all success in this significant international undertaking and in delivering an ambitious outcome for the benefit of all of our peoples. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, in celebration of the 52nd National Day of the United Arab Emirates and in recognition of the long-standing friendship between our two nations, may I invite you all to join me in a toast to the President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and the government and the people of the United Arab Emirates. Kia ora.
Well, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen, my parliamentary colleagues, distinguished guests, kia ora, good evening, assalamu alaikum, and so very good to be here. Thank you for the introduction. I'm not the minister yet. We need to get through a weekend and have a formal signing ceremony, and then there's no turning back. But Excellency, Ambassador, thank you for the kind invitation to join you this evening and also the opportunity to speak. It's a privilege, and I won't take too much of your time, but wanted to mark this occasion. You'll have seen over the last week or so, or 2 or 3 weeks since the special votes were announced, an ongoing progress through our media of exactly what's been happening to form a government. And we're very proud to say that the 3 parties of the coalition have come together, signed a formal agreement today, announcement of various portfolios, and a detailed work program for our government to work on behalf of all New Zealanders over the next 3 years. The time that we've taken has been very important for the leaders of the parties to get to know each other better than they have known each other speaking across Parliament to each other previously, but also to understand the commonality and policies that we want to work on. And it gives us an opportunity to have a strong and stable government that's forward-looking and that will work hard to deliver for all New Zealanders. Ambassador, I have the privilege of again being Trade Minister starting next week, and those other portfolios, the hunting and fishing one perhaps is less obvious in its importance with your great country, but I'm also privileged to be the Associate Minister, or will be the Associate Minister of Foreign Affairs. Can I say that our countries have shared friendship and worked closely together over many years? We often talk about trade, and as a Trade Minister, I've got a 1-hour speech about the importance of trade I'll save for another occasion. But actually, there is much more to the relationship than that. I want to recognise the leadership that your Prime Minister and leader and country is showing in the world at the moment through the many international meetings that you are hosting so very, very well. And with the new government formed, of course, we will play our part to make sure that not only the view of New Zealand and our region is represented, but that we'll work to make sure those meetings are a success for your country and for your people. Yeah, and well, you mentioned the weather earlier. We're a big government of exchange, so we'll send you some of our rain, and in return, if we could have some of your sunshine, and if between us we can find a way to control the weather, our nations will be rich forever. After COP20, yeah. Excellency, you mentioned also the opportunity for us to further economic links between our two countries. I want to recognise the work of the outgoing Minister Damien O'Connor in this regard. He's worked very, very hard on behalf of New Zealand, and there's a bipartisanship in trade that's developed over the last 3 or 4 years that wasn't always obvious when I was the Trade Minister. We pledge to continue that with all parties in Parliament that are open and progressive and want to form strong relationships. May I recognise others from the region who are here, particularly the Gulf Cooperation states, and say we look forward to joining with them. There's huge opportunity in your part of the world for New Zealanders, but more importantly for people from your countries, your citizens here in New Zealand, and we're open to exploring ways that we can progress that relationship much further. The final thing I think I wanted to say is to our honoured representatives of countries and diplomatic corps. Over the coming weeks in the run-up to our Christmas period, the government looks forward to meeting with as many of you as we can to talk about the important relationship that we share in ways that we can further that relationship. I hope that you will find, as often as is the case, the doors to the beehive as open as Emirates airline aeroplanes are when they arrive in Auckland. It's only through a constructive dialogue and conversation, country to country, away from the public and media, where it is appropriate, that we actually have a meeting of minds and can progress the agendas that we have together. And so we very much look forward to that. I'm going to finish now because I'm mindful that, as I said earlier, I'm not a minister until Monday. The speech so far hasn't got me in trouble, and so I'm going to finish now awaiting that. But again, thank you for the opportunity to come and join you this evening. Can I wish you and your country, men and women, and the citizens of your country well for your 52nd celebration of the UAE anniversary for your National Day. It's a privilege to be able to give a speech, the first one, I think, on behalf of the government so soon after the announcement today. May there be many more fruitful occasions like this. Kia ora.